you. All right. Once again, good morning, everyone. And it's nice to have you all today on this beautiful Saturday morning. I know and I thank you all for your diligence. I know we have some unexpected call outs because they are equally engaged. But the good thing is that we're going to still record the session just so that everyone will still be able to access it afterwards. But from our last session, we were able to discuss mostly about positioning your business in the minds of your audience. Now, and that is our impression, right? Oh, I just want people to think about my business. Yes, you want them to think about your business, but when it comes to positioning itself, it's not about where you put your customers, it's where your customers put you. And that is positioning. A lot of times we think that the reverse is the case. Where am I putting my customers? I just want them to think about me. But yes, they can think about you, but it's not where you place them, it's where they placed you. And that's why it's important that we are not getting it wrong by thinking that, oh, I just want to impress myself in the minds of my customers. Yes, that's one of the goals, because everything that you do when it comes to social media marketing and branding and all of that, it's about positioning yourself for your business. And positioning yourself in the mind of your business starts with, okay, what does your logo look like? What are you selling to your people? What do you want them to think about your business? And these are some of the things that we talked about on Tuesday. But Tunji, do we have you now? Can you talk and let's see whether we can hear you? I think it's still trying to connect to audio. Okay, so as I said, how you position your business in the minds of your audience. Now, there are a few tools that we use for social media marketing and engagement. And there are several of them. Tunji, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
All right. Yes, I can also hear you. Can everyone else hear Tunji though?
Yes. Good morning, Tunji.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right. So I'm saying that there are a few tools that we use for business marketing, social media marketing, and engagement, but I'm not going to speak beyond the speaker today. I'm pleased to introduce to you all Tunji Olanigan, who is also the brand consultant of Isaac and Philip Consulting. He is also the chief executive officer of Green Knight Concept, a branding expert, and is into the business of website, anything called branding. This is your guy. And I'm happy to also share with you that one of us in this program has had the pleasure of tasting Tunji's expertise. And I'm happy that she came back and said, oh my God, it's so knowledgeable. And I give the feedback to Tunji as well. And it's just a testament of the kind of people we associate with. I'm sure you all heard you all heard Steve Harvey's message that I just said, that don't be afraid to ask for help. I was doing it all alone, and at some point I realized that I needed help. I sought help and I got help. And Tunji is one of those who I can call. They say is someone that Tunji is someone who in him I am well pleased. He is one of our homies and is doing a fantastic job on our branding and positioning and social media marketing front. And today I'll leave you all in the hands of Tunji to take us over for the next 45 minutes. Over to you, Tunji.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Funshaw. Thank you so much for this opportunity and the privilege. I welcome everybody. I know it's morning over there, so I'll say good morning, although it's about 4 p.m. here already. So we are in 2 different time zones. It's good to have you all on board. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, good morning and thank you, Tunji.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive right in and let's discuss the business of the day. So we're talking about branding and positioning. So I'll be taking it from where you stopped on Tuesday. So what I'll be doing is I'll reiterate some of the things that Mr. Funshaw already discussed with you, and then I'm going to build on it a little more, furthermore, but from the conversation, because I listened to it, it was over an hour. I noticed that the little he shared with you and the video he shared with you was like an eye opener for all of you, and the things that you didn't understand before now became clearer to you. So I'm going to build on that. So today,
Sorry,
positioning
Tunji, quick
in a more
question.
practical way.
Do you need
Okay.
access to share your screen or no?
Yes, I will have to share my screen at some point because I want to
Okay.
show you one or two things, from the internet here.
Okay, so what
Yeah.
I'll do is I'm gonna give you sharing rights, okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for that.
Go ahead.
So can I continue?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So the foundation for branding and positioning strategy has been laid in your previous meeting with Mr. Funshaw. And, the word branding and the word positioning, they stand differently, and at the same time, they go hand in hand. They go together. So branding is the face of your business, one, the perception of your business, two, and how it sits in the mind of your customers. And then positioning. Okay, let me give you an analogy. When you create your brand, and I usually call that a cart. Is an analogy of the cart and the horse. The cart as in C-A-R-T and the horse. Now, when you create your brand, that is your cart. After your cart is created, you need something to drive that cart, and that's the horse. All right. So now, today we'll be talking about things like your logo, your slogan, more practically, your colors. And I'm going to be showing you things from time to time as I talk about your logo, your slogan, your colors, and how it appeals to to your customers. So for every business, for every brand, your logo must be able to communicate exactly what you're doing. What your logo does for you, your logo is your image. What it does for you is that it speaks for you when you're not there. All right. So
What was your plans for?
that's the whole essence of your logo. It speaks for you when you're not there. So it should be able to communicate to people when you're not there to speak for your brand. I'm going to give you examples. During your last meeting with Mr. Funshaw, he talked about, when you want to drink soda, what comes to mind is Coke. All right. In fact, here in Nigeria, it's so common that when people want to buy a particular kind of soda, not necessarily Coke, they walk up to the kiosk and they say, I want to buy Coke. And then when the seller brings out Coke, they'll say, no, not this one. I want Fanta, the orange one. But Coke has become like a household name. All right. It already sits in the mind of people as a brand. It already appeals to people. So when Coke is not even talking about Coke, the word Coke, the logo Coke is already speaking for itself. All right. So that is what your logo is supposed to do. I'll use another example. Apple. I like using Apple a lot as an example. Now, the Apple logo is just, of course, the logo of, the icon of an apple beaten on one side. Now, what that tells you is this. Apple is saying to you that all you need to enjoy our product is just a bite. Just buy one Apple product and you'll see yourself buying more Apple products. Just buy one iPhone and you see yourself buying an iWatch, buying a MacBook or a MacBook Pro or an iPad. All you need is just a taste of the product, just one bite. And we all know that, okay, the apple fruit itself is a very, very sweet fruit. When you take a bite, you definitely want to finish it. You want to leave it. So that is where the concept of the logo Apple came from. And all it takes is a bite. All right. Now, another logo that I like to talk about is FedEx. Do I have sharing right now?
Yes, you do. I think it's frozen again, but hopefully it's gonna join. Funny, I just I really just knew about the apple bite. So the things that you don't know, the apple bite, a bite will convince you, and that's what it means.
Exactly. I didn't know what the bite was. I just see apple, but now that's dope. That's good.
Yeah. And when you really think about when you think about how people associate Coca-Cola to thirst, you and then you still continue to ask yourself, why is a Coca-Cola still advertising? Why is Coca-Cola still advertising? Tunji, are you back?
Yes, I'm back. Can you hear me?
All right, so go ahead. You can go.
Okay. So
You have
I was
sharing
about
rights.
sharing my screen. I want to show you. Okay. So where did you stop hearing me?
Where you wanted to share your screen. FedEx.
Okay, good. Okay, so I was about sharing FedEx logo with you. All right. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, okay, can every other person see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, all right.
Yes, I could see.
Okay, great. Awesome. I will just share FedEx logo right now. Can we all see it? Can we all see FedEx logo?
Yes.
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
beautiful.
clear.
Now, there are three major colors here, or three colors. Don't let me use the word major. There are three colors here: white, orange, and then the purple background. All right. Now, when you look at the logo FedEx, what do you see? I would like someone to give me an answer. What do you see when you look at the logo FedEx?
The colors in a big
Okay.
letter.
Okay.
For me, I know it's now we know the brand. I know I'm gonna use it because I like their services, but I do the colors stand out in the size of the wording.
Okay. Now, any other person?
Just they're making sure that, you know, that the Fed and the X are two different colors to stand out against the
Okay.
white background.
Okay, that's a beautiful one. That's a beautiful observation. Now, there's something else I would like someone to point out. Okay. I don't expect you to see it because I am the brand person here. All right. Now, okay, someone has seen it.
Is it the R for the trade that is trademarked? I don't know. I zoomed in.
No, that's a trademark. Okay, so let me just point it out. Now, I said something earlier. I said your logo should be able to speak about what you do so that when people see it, even when you're not there, they know that, okay, this is what this service is all about. Okay. When I point it out to you now, you'll be like, ah, wow, okay. And then FedEx will make even more meaning to you. All right. Now, before I point it out, I remember that Mr. Fusha was talking about HM, that is Hudson Movers.
Yes.
rebranding, and I totally agree with him 100%. Now, when I saw Hudson Movers, even before he talked about the rebranding and all of that, I already knew that it was a business that is involved in logistics or some sort, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Okay, so and then of course he said that okay, in rebranding, we may want to think about bringing in a moving vehicle or something that depicts movement from one point to another. Beautiful. Okay, so that is to make you understand that your logo must be able to speak your business almost immediately when you're not there. Now, the logo in FedEx is actually embedded in between the E and the X. Now, take a second look at the E and the X. What do you see?
Tunji, quick one though. I think
Yeah.
there's something covering the bigger FedEx that you're showing to us.
Okay, what's covering it?
I think there's a download.
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Okay, can you see it now?
It's like
Can you see it
a
now?
list of your downloads.
Okay, that's
yes,
better.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
yes, we
Okay.
can see it now.
Okay, so I was saying that, okay, the logo in FedEx, yeah, FedEx stands out with the two contrasting colors, that's the white and the orange. Now, the logo is embedded in between E and X. So take a second look and let's go, Has anyone seen it?
No.
Nope, I didn't see
Not
that.
because they changed the colors.
Okay, I'm
They
still the
changed the
professional
colors
here.
up. I mean,
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what is in between the E and the X. It is an arrow. The purple space, there is an arrow.
Yeah. Okay. Period. Okay.
I like to, yeah, I want to hear that that
oh my
reaction, like,
I see it with the white. Okay. Period.
can you see
Okay.
the
Now
arrow in between
Dope,
the E and
okay.
the X, the purple space, that's the arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So Fed, Express, arrow,
what?
depicting that, okay, we do it fast, when we don't miss our targets, we move in the right direction. Are you getting it now?
Yeah, that's like, yeah, that's crazy.
So that's where, so
Little
now there are
hidden.
different kinds of logos. Yeah, there are different kinds of logos. Yeah, the logo is hidden and it's creatively done. There are different kinds of logos. There are text-based logos. This is an example of a text-based logo, FedEx. There are logos that are represented with icons. Isaac and Philip is an example. When you see Isaac and Philip, you just see an arc at the end. So that's an icon. There are logos that are represented with mascots. An example is KFC. That's Cornel Sanders. How do I put it now? His silhouette on KFC. Okay. Some are badges. Badges are common with schools. All right. So are you with me? So I just needed to point that out to to back up what I was saying about your logo speaking about your brand. I'm going to show you another one again. Another one that I like to use. That should be CNBC. I'm not. Okay. Now, let's look at CNBC. Okay, are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. Can you all see CNBC?
Yes. Only that you need to
Okay.
remove the download. Scroll down.
How about now?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay, beautiful. So when you look at CNBC, what do you see? Anyone?
A peacock.
Beautiful. Spot on. Spot on. Okay, what else do you see?
Now you got us digging in between things. I don't know if Marion see a peacock with the colors for the little white, the head of the peacock in between that red and purple.
Yep.
Yeah.
Funny, I saw the
yeah.
peacock while after Miriam said it. Never knew.
Okay, so I'm sure Miriam was able to get it because FedEx already gave her a clue that some logos can be hidden.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a smart one anyway. So it's a peacock, and it's like the front view of a peacock. You know, you stand and you're taking a picture of a peacock front view in its full glory with the tail feathers spread out.
Right.
Now, a peacock is a very colorful bird, okay? So when it spreads out the tail, it comes out in its full glory. Now, CNBC is a television company, and TV is about colors, all right? So what they chose as their logo representation is a peacock, telling you that, okay, we are all about colors and our colors are beautiful, all right? So it is a front view of a peacock, and then with the tail spread out. That's why you have those colors, you know, the orange, the yellow, the red, the purple, the blue, the green, spread out. So I'm just trying to make you all see the reasons why the kind of representation you have for your brand, your logo, the colors, the lettering, and of course the slogan goes a long way in how it sits in the mind of your customers, because your brand has one major role, and that is how it sits in the mind of customers. All right. For some of us, we would rather buy from McDonald's than buy from KFC. I'm talking about the burger right now. And some would rather buy from KFC than McDonald's. You know, we have you know, the pizza companies like Domino's. We have, you know, so many other ones. You know, for some reason, whenever you want to eat pizza, most times it is the picture of McDonald's the McDonald's that comes to your mind, like, oh, I just need to have McDonald's pizza. And then all you're seeing is the M, you know, the big M. And then you just want to have burger. And that's how it cuts across every brand, Nokia, Motorola, Ericsson, HP, Apple, every brand. So your brand must be able to sit in the minds of people, even when you're not there. And that is how you will be able to make sales even when you're sleeping. All right. Now, another thing that we'll be talking about is social media or digital marketing. All right. Are you with me?
Yes.
So we'll be talking about social media and
Yes.
digital marketing. Now, when we talk about social media and digital marketing, I'll just be brief about it. And then I'll now take questions from you. And then we'll be able to fuse both together. Because I gave you an analogy of the cat and the horse. All right. There's so much to talk about the cat. I'm just trying to look at my time. Maybe before I go into social media, let me just give you some, you know, let me just talk about a few more things. I'll tell some stories. Okay, now, in the video you saw on Tuesday, you know, the guy talked about, you know, a couple of things like keeping your brand simple, the differentiator, the idea, and all of that. Okay. Now, he said something about your brand. You should not be the one to put the brand in the minds of your customers or something like that, but your customers are the ones to put the brand in their mind or something like that, if I get it correctly. I think there was a part where he said something like that.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. Now, business is about the hunter, yeah, and the hunted. All right. Now, many times when people start out as business, start out a business, start out a brand, they see themselves as hunters. But in actual fact, that is the wrong way to see yourself. Don't see yourself as the hunter, because ordinarily, logically, you want to see yourself as a hunter, hunting for clients, hunting for customers, either for a product or a service. But it is the other way around. You should be the hunted, not the hunter. If you position your brand perfectly, you will be the hunted. And I'll make it clear to you. Coke will not come to you to sell you Coke. You always go to buy Coke. Domino's will not come to you to sell to you. You will always go to Domino's to buy. You either stay in the comfort of your home to order, or you drive there to buy. There is no big brand today that will sell to you, that will come to sell to you. You would rather go to them to buy from them. So they are the hunted. You are the hunter. All right. So you should see yourself as the hunted. Now, of course, you have a lot of competitors. All right. So how you now position yourself in the minds of people will now determine how much of hunters that are coming to you to hunt for your product or your service. Okay. So don't see yourself as the hunter, see yourself as the hunted. Don't see yourself as building a cart alone or putting the cart before the horse. You build the cart, you get the horse. All right. Now, if we move from here now to social media marketing or digital marketing, that is your horse. Digital marketing, Mr. Funshaw told you already that it is the wrong way to start advertising yourself, creating social media handles. Yes, you will need it eventually, but that's not the first thing to do. The first thing is to build your cart very well, very strong. Put the right tools on your cart and then go get the horse. Because the job of the horse is to drive the cart anyways. And if your cart is not well constructed, the horse will ride it anyhow. You either ride it well or ride it to destruction. All right. Many businesses fail not because they are bad ideas, no, but because they were not strategic about how to start. All right. So they built the wrong cart, got strong horses, and then the horses rode the cart to death. All right. So for digital marketing, social media, all right. Of course, there are tools that you can use. You already know about these tools. You talk about the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. In America, there's a thing called Yelp. In America, is a thing in America right now. It's not so much of a thing here in Nigeria yet, but here in Nigeria, we use a lot of Facebook, a lot of Twitter, a lot of Instagram to drive our product, search engine optimization and all of that. Okay, so now what social media does for you is to drive your business beyond you, beyond your very circle of influence, beyond your very circle of friends. All right, that's what social media does for you. And there's a way it works. Okay. There's a difference between a personal social media handle and a business handle. And there are ways these are set up. There's a thing called boosting or promotion of your products or services. Now, there's a thing called hashtags. Hashtags, many people do it for fun, but hashtags are not exactly for fun alone. In fact, if you're a business person, you should not do hashtag for fun. A lot of people have discovered me from hashtags alone, not even from promotions of whatever it is whatever product or service that I sell. Just by putting the right hashtag, puts you in a community of people that will just discover you and say, oh, wow, okay, Cotton Movers, oh, wow, Isaac and Philip, oh, wow, Green Light Solutions, oh, wow. Hashtag can help you do that. The purpose of boosting is to, when you set up your social media handle, of course, you're going to have followers. Followers are good, but followers are not good for business if they don't convert to sales, to profit. All right, because business handles is not just about liking and commenting on what it is that I post. I want patronage. Now, what boosting does for you or promotion does for you is to now take you beyond your circle of friends, your circle of followers, your circle of influence, and takes you out of your community into a wider space where more people can discover you. People who are not necessarily following your brand directly, but can actually see you. So I'm sure that many times when you've gone to, when you log on to Facebook or you go on Instagram, you see sponsored ads, they just pop up on your timeline. That is what promotion does. That the whoever is promoting or sponsoring that ad has reached out beyond the circle of influence, beyond the circle of friends and followers. He's been able to reach out to more people, and there are ways these are done. And this is how you are able to drive your brand beyond yourself, beyond your circle of friends, to a wider audience. Okay, so now, for your brand, it has to be beautiful. It has to be colorful. It has to be simple. It has to communicate. Should I go over that again? Yeah? It has to be beautiful. It has to be colorful. It has to be simple. It has to communicate. Okay. So, yeah, it has to communicate. So, if you have that sorted, you can go to sleep knowing that whoever comes across your brand, when you're there, when you're unaware, would be able to catch at a glance, oh, this is what this person is doing. I think I need this service. Let me contact them. All right. So now we've talked about, a bit about branding, a bit about social media. Another thing I want to talk about briefly is websites, your website. Now, before I talk about your website in details, I want you to understand that what your website does for you is that it keeps your business open 24 hours every day while you are asleep.
Yep.
Now, the website gives you the widest audience you can get ever because it is global. I can log on to isaacandphilip.com from here in Nigeria and do business with Isaac and Philip. When Isaac and Philip is sleeping in America, I'm already leaving messages in Nigeria. And then Isaac and Philip wakes up in the morning and see messages from Nigeria and say, oh, wow, okay, I'll respond. So it takes away the headache, the concern of different time zones from you. All right. So while you are asleep in America, someone is in Tokyo, someone is in Japan, someone is in, Dubai, checking your brand out and thinking of how to do business with you, thinking of how to patronize you. So that's what your website does for you. Okay. So while you are asleep, your office is open 24/7. Because when you go to your work, when you go to your store or your workplace or your office, you close at a particular time, maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe 10, depending on how you want to operate. All right. But when you close physically, there's something still running in the background virtually. And people can still do business while you're asleep. So every brand or everyone that wants to start any business or any brand and is not considering social media and website is not ready to do business in the digital age. And it's just a question of time that business would close shop. It's just a question of time. When you turn out the lights in a room, the first thing that goes off are the light bulbs. The last thing that stops moving are the fans. They'll keep spinning, they'll keep spinning, they'll keep spinning, and after a while, they'll stop spinning. All right. So when you take out social media and your website from your business, you just turned out the lights on your business. And it's just a question of time. The blades will stop spinning and the shop will close. Now, there are different kinds of websites for different brands. For Isaac and Philip, for example, okay, it is an information-based website. When you come there, you get the basic information you need, and then you contact Isaac and Philip, and then they get back to you, based on whatever your request is. All right. So it is just a basic website. All right.
And
And when I
you
say
can you
basic,
just share Isaac and Philip homepage while you're talking, just so
okay,
that they
now
have an idea
beautiful,
of what it is.
beautiful. I was going to do that. Okay, so this is Isaac and Philip loading in a minute. Okay, so this is Isaac and Philip homepage. Can we all see it?
Not yet.
Okay, it's fully loaded. Can you see it?
I can.
Okay, I'm just scrolling up and down. Can anyone else see it?
See.
Can we see it?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so this is Isaac and Philip website. This is the
Mhm.
homepage. So you come here and then you say, okay, what is Isaac and Philip all about? Okay, Isaac and Philip is a one-stop shop for innovative business solutions and ideas, blah, 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 blah. Okay, all right. Let's see the services. What services do they have? You go to services and then you find out that okay, financial consulting, branding and positioning, business transformation, and then of course manpower development. And of course, you see all the services they offer under financial consulting, branding and positioning, and all of that. And then you say, okay, I think I would like to contact these people and see if we can do business. And then the next place you head to is contact us, and then you fill your name, email, phone number, and then you drop your message. So say, for example, I contact Isaac and Philip at 8 a.m. West African time. Definitely everybody in Chicago, Illinois will be asleep. But the moment Illinois is awake in the morning, that'll probably be afternoons towards evening here. He sees the message from me. Oh, this message is even from Nigeria. Okay, all right, this person needs my services in okay, he wants to find out about branding and positioning and how we can do some logos and then some stationaries for them, So this is just a basic website, and that's all it does. Shares it gives information about the company, tells people what they do, and then how you can contact them. And then, of course, if the person now cares, wants to see some other things like the team, he goes around, this is the team. All right, okay, all right, beautiful. You understand? So this is a basic website. Now, another kind of website is the catalog website. And then there's the third one, that's the e-commerce website. All right. Now, the catalog website and the e-commerce website are similar. The catalog and the e-commerce website are similar. They are similar. Now, the only difference is that for the catalog website, of course, you can see the product. Now, let me show you the website. Let me show you the website. Gold Rock. Gold Rock Rentals, right? Gold Rock Rentals.
Okay.
Can we all see it? It's loading.
Mm-hmm.
What? Yes, I could see some.
Okay, so this is Gold Rock website. Okay, the homepage is taking so much time to load, probably because of my internet. I'm sorry about that. But this is an example of an e-commerce site. So sorry, a catalog site. I think it's a catalog site. So when you go to tents and canopies, for example, let's go to tents and canopies. While that is loading, I'll open another website. Let's do Amazon.com. While that is loading. Okay, so here we have tents and canopies. All right, different tents and canopies. So here you can tell, it's telling you, okay, This is a 10 by 10 party frame tent. It goes for $125. Availability, you can check availability. So now you can say add quotes. All right. So when you send this, when you fill this and you send it, they get it at Gold Rock. All right. And then they contact you. This is a catalog site. Here you can't buy anything. You can only request for quotes, pick products, request for quotes, and then you get a response. This is a catalog website. All right. Now, so what it does basically is to give people an idea of, okay, these are the services that we render, and this is how much it will cost. Request quotes. All right. You cannot actually buy from this site because it is a catalog site. They don't sell products. All right. Now, for Amazon, this is an e-commerce site. Here you can actually buy products. All right, because here products are in categories. You have home appliances, you have the fashion, we have the gaming, you have the electronics, everything is here. Everything you ever need, is here on Amazon. So you just find your category. Let's say we want to get electronics, for example. We click electronics, and then here we are. So what do we want to buy in electronics? All right. So this is the department, the electronics department. Let's say we want to buy TV, televisions, and videos. Here we are. So here you can click on any product, add it to your cart, check out, and make payment, and it will be delivered to you at your doorstep, or you go pick it at their pickup station, depending on the kind of transaction that you have with them. So there are so many other kinds of e-commerce websites like AliExpress, Alibaba, eBay, a whole lot. Another example of a catalog website is vistaprints.com. Vistaprint. You can't really say you want to go to Vistaprint and buy anything, but you can go to Vistaprint and say you want this and this and this, and then you get a quote. And when you transact business with them, you make payments, they will deliver it to you. You don't really buy products from places like that. So those are the three kinds of websites that any brand needs: either a basic information website, a catalog website, or an e-commerce website. Now, if what you are selling is a product, of course, the best kind of website for your brand is an e-commerce website. All right. So because people will come into your site, check for products, click and buy, make payments, and then they expect delivery. If you do a catalog website for a product, then what you're telling people is that this product is not available on ground, but if you request for a quote, if you request for the product, we'll make it available for you in so time. All right. So for your brand, you need to understand what kind of website you need for that particular brand. But whatever your brand is, you need a website because you need people to actually continue to transact business with you even when you're not available.
So Tunji, quick question. So
Yeah.
we have someone who is a member of the mentorship program who is into food business.
Food, all right.
Are we gonna say, is she able to set up a website where she can sell 2 trays of jollof rice? The thing is this: a lot of businesses that do this kind of business usually don't have a website, but
Exactly.
we are in the business of making a difference. We can be a trailblazer here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that we can do?
100%. As a matter of fact, if you sell food and you don't have a website, the only people you will be selling food to are, number one, the people that you know that are within your circle of influence, circle of friends. Number one. Number two, the next people you will be selling to are people that are referred to you. just like you stated on Tuesday. All right. So you'll be making sales based on referral and the people that you know, and that's it. But you must understand that your referral can only go as far as it can go. It can only go as far as it can go. But if you now put yourself out more using social media and using websites, you don't have to worry about me tasting your jollof rice or your fried rice to now say, okay, William, do you wanna have good rice? Okay, I think I have someone that can give you good rice for your event. All right. Let me just share the number. But if you use the right tools, your social media and your website, all right. Now, when you create your social media handles, like I said, you're going to be using tools like hashtags and promotions. All right. When you do that, you reach a wider audience. Now, there are strategies around this. I won't be doing that in detail here. Okay. But the whole essence is to make you aware that, okay, there are tools that you can use to achieve that. Now, the strategy, one of the strategies is that from social media, I can lead you to my website straight. And that is the best way to sell your product or your service. Don't limit it to social media. So you move from your social media handle straight to your website. So when you're promoting any page, depending on what you want to do with that promotion, you either want to generate sales right on social media, or you want to move them beyond social media. So your call to action on your promotion is what will now determine what exactly you want to do with that promotion. Your call to action might be that, okay, probably you click the link to lead you to a WhatsApp contact, or you click the link to take you back into the DM, or you take you back into the handle itself, where you can actually have a conversation with the customer or the seller, or it takes you straight to the website where the person sees everything. So there, you can now say, people can now see that, okay, you sell beyond rice. You can sell rice, plantain, chicken. All right. You can sell rice, plantain, chicken, and deliver. You can sell rice, plantain, chicken, deliver, setup, just like Mr. Funshaw said on Tuesday. So you can do all of that. And the only tool that can help you do that is your website. Trust me. It is your website. So definitely, to answer your question again, 100%. The person selling rice needs a website, and we can set up something for that person. Now, depending on how that person wants to do the business, does he want the business to be based on order before service, or does she want to do both, order before service and have already cooked meal? That means you must have an outlet where your cooked meal, whether it is ordered or not, people can walk in and you serve them their meal, they pay, and then they have their food. But if it is only and strictly order and then we deliver, then what you need is a catalog website where you can, after making all your meals, you take very good pictures, do very good videos professionally, and then we now use that to create a website for you, a catalog website for you. And on that catalog website, we can now do things like, the upsell options. When Mr. Fisher spoke to you on Tuesday, he was talking about the upsell from Polo, and then the other example he gave. And then there's also upsell on Apple. Like I said, I like using Apple a lot. If you go to apple.com, for example, and you pick a laptop, for example, what you see is just a basic laptop. And then right under it, they start telling you, okay, this laptop comes with, let's say, 250 gig hard drive. Do you want a 1 terabyte hard drive? You add it, you see the cost increases. You see, then they tell you, okay, do you want a mouse a wireless mouse, you add it, the cost goes up. Do you want, they keep giving you options. Do you want a bag? They give you an option of a bag. They give you options of headphones. They give you options of, different Apple products. And then as you add it to it, of course, the cost changes. So they also have their upsell strategy. And I don't know if they still have it. You can even customize, because someone asked you a question on Tuesday about customizing, people asking for a customized product. I think even on Apple, I'm not sure if it's still there. You can even customize, and then they have your name inscribed on your laptop for you. So it goes for, they will inscribe your name just somewhere on your laptop for you. So it is strictly for you. So you can, for the business that you just, the question that I asked, you can have that upsell option for that business. Okay, basic tray of rice, $150. Okay, it will serve 6 people. Now, it will come with 6 pieces of chicken breast or thigh or something. Now, upsell, you can have plantain. Upsell, you can have extra, maybe say salad or coleslaw. Upsell, you can have 6 extra pieces of chicken. Those are upsell options. Okay, I don't want to have my rice with just 1 piece of chicken. I want 2. I want plantain, fried plantain. I want salad. I want coleslaw. I want hot dog. Upsell options. You add it to it. You can add upsell options of even drinks. So you take away the headache of drinks from the person. Okay, you give them option of water, soda, beer, whatever. It's up to you. All right. So you need a catalog website for that business, 100%. In fact, 100% times 100%. You need it. It will take you beyond. In fact, it will get to a point where you will now have to put a time on your order, like a timeline on your order. So if you're going to be delivering food on Monday, for example, you tell them that order is between let's say 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. on Sunday. Do you understand? And then you can take all your orders and then prepare for Monday. That's just an option. It can come to that point. And of course, you can come to a point where you can say, okay, let me just get more hands. As the order comes, we prepare the meals and then we send them out, or we go deliver. Either way, but you need a catalog website for that business.
Thank you, Tunji. And another thing that I wanted to add to that, and I see Ruth saying that she's writing down, and I specifically picked on you, Ruth, because if you go through this program and you are not thinking outside the norm, then we have wasted time for the last 12 weeks. And I'm telling you, now Tunji talked about you delivering. Do you also know that you can take delivering out of it for you and subscribe to DoorDash? Subscribe such that what is going to happen is that when you subscribe to DoorDash, you're going to link your catalog website to DoorDash, where people can place the order. Once the order hits you, it's a 30 minutes wait, 40 minutes wait. And the moment the order hits you, there's someone on DoorDash who is coming to pick it up in the next 35 minutes, depending on what you eat. And it will give you time to be able to do this. I tell people, when you are doing a business, you have to be ready to give it 120% of your attention. The startup business is not that which you're gonna say, oh, you're just gonna do it because you just need extra money. One of my quotes that we've done before: if you do this business because you're looking for money, you are in it for the wrong reason.
Wrong reason.
Because if you begin to think outside the box, a lot of opportunities and ideas are going to be coming to you. Imagine that you are only preparing the food, the structure around how the food will be ordered, how it will be picked and delivered to your client is out of your head. All you are waiting for is that next order. And
Yeah.
I'm happy that Tunji touched on that. Thank you, Tunji. I just
Thank
wanted
you
to
very much.
chime in on that. Thank you. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. So just a few thoughts again, on I think there's someone in house that is into that's about to start a skincare brand.
Yes,
And
we have M&M.
okay,
Oh, yes.
beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Now, Mr. Funshaw said that you have a whole lot, and it's I mean, it's beginning to look like where do I start from? How do I start? How do I put all of this into the market? And he touched on something very, very, very crucial. And he said you should start from what comes to you the easiest. All right. Now, let me give you some few tips. Now, the product that you want to put into the market must definitely hit. Okay, can you hear me very well?
Yes.
Okay, so the product that you're trying to put into the market must definitely hit the minds of the people and stay there once and for all. You almost won't get a second chance. You almost won't get a second chance for a skincare product. And I'll tell you why. If it goes wrong on anybody's skin, what you get is negative reviews all the way.
Right.
All the way. Now, that is your own part of the brand to build. The second thing about it is the visual appeal of the packaging. That is where people like us come in anyway.
Right.
And I'm sure we're going to be doing business soon.
Right.
Okay. So the visual appeal of that product matters a lot. Mr. Funshaw, permit me to share something that I shared with you one time.
Sure, go ahead.
A particular, yeah, okay, so I'll do that right away. Let me go into my archive, bitmaps. Let's see, mockups. Okay. Where are you? Where are you? Shouldn't be this far. Trying to look for something. Okay, let me even show you one that I did recently. Can everyone see this?
We're still seeing your Amazon.
Oh, really? Okay, can you see it now?
No.
Okay.
No.
How about now?
Nope.
Let's see.
Maybe you're just sharing the browser alone.
Okay, let's see.
You can stop sharing and then re-share again, and maybe that will help.
That's what I'm about to do. So share this. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
I recently completed this project with someone Mr. Funshaw referred me to his friend actually, and this is an African spice for the Nigerians in house would easily identify this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Marian, you said
now,
Don't make
What?
fun of me.
I'm sure she likes spicy.
What is it, Marian? You said
Don't make fun of me now.
I'm sure she likes African spices, Now, I recently designed this. It's dried pepper, in powdery form, with other things, mixed with it. Okay, now, if this product sits on a shelf, it will take only a blind person not to spot it. because it is attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for the skincare brand, there's something that I'm really looking. I don't know where it is right now. I don't know why I can't find it. No. Okay, I found it. Can you see this?
No.
Okay,
We're still seeing the suya pepper.
let me close the soya pepper. This is what I actually want to show exactly, so that the skincare person can resonate.
Okay.
Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, I designed this earlier this year, I think around January, February, thereabout, and it's for a skincare brand here in Nigeria. Okay, so they have two different types, this and this. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I recently designed this. Now, if I go close to it enough, can you see there's a pattern on the gray part of the design?
Right.
Yeah. Now, it is also on the brown part, but not as conspicuous as the one on the gray part of the design. And it's also on the container itself, the lid and all of that. Okay, so the pattern is actually what the skin pigmentation looks like if you zoom close using the electron microscope. You go close to the skin. This is what the human skin pigment looks like.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So, and we're talking about skincare here, and this is I think it's a body whip. So I sat down with the owner of the brand and I told the person we're going to customize this thing strictly to appeal to people that we are concerned about your skincare. So the skin pigmentation is actually the like he what he did with this now is that he trademarked this already. So it is his own, and there's nobody that can use this anymore. Okay, so you can see that there's this conscious conscious effort to make people understand that this is exactly where we are going with this brand. This is a body whip, and then the other one is a scrub, I guess. Yeah, it's a scrub, and it has the same pattern. The same pattern. All right. Now, these products, or this brand rather, looks beautiful. Do you agree with me or not?
Yes.
It is appealing. It is appealing. It's beautiful. You know, I can't begin to talk about, you know, the choice, why we chose these colors and all of that. Is a whole lot. There's a whole of a rationale behind choosing these colors. All right. So for your skincare products, find a line or two that you can put into the market first. And when it hits the market, these are the tips I want to give to you. Now, the first product that will hit the market, for example, before I say what I want to say, let me say this, that every product in the market is complementary. Every product is complementary. How do I mean? You are in the skincare product, for example, industry, for example. If you do facial scrub, the complementary product might be a soap, can be a soap. Another complementary product can be the cream. Another complementary product can be body spray. Another complementary product can be shampoo. Do you understand? So every product is complementary. Now, for the first product that you want to put out, you can say, okay, I want to put out a particular kind of body cream for dry skin. All right. Now, when you put it out, you can break the product into 3 different packages. Where am I going with this? Now, every product comes with its own constituents, you know, the content of the product. So you can, let's say, for example, it has about, say, 12 different mixes together. You can break it into maybe 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 6, 3, 5, depending on, you know, whatever ratio you want to break it into, and say that, okay, this is a particular product for dry skin. Now, you will need to mix product A, B, and C together to get the right result for your dry skin. So what you're trying to do now is that you're not trying to come out with one product that will solve the problem of dry skin, because as humans, we like complex things. As much as we say, let's keep it simple, we like complex things.
True.
So, especially when it comes to problem solving, we want to make it look a bit complex. So, if your dry skin product has 6 ingredients, for example, or constituents, for example, you can break it into 3. So, product A has the first 2 constituents, product B has the second 2 constituents, product C has the third 2 constituents. So you give them the same name. All right. It comes in different packages. And then the word you put out there is that product A cannot work effectively if you don't mix product B and C together with it. And then you cannot make it look, you cannot begin to do the narration in the product packaging that, okay, mix a certain portion of product A and a certain portion of product B and a certain portion of product C together, mix it together, and then rub on your skin. Then you start putting conditions like keep away from direct sunlight, keep away from heat, do this, do that, make it look like a big deal. Yes, it is a big deal, but make it look like it. All right, that is what branding, packaging, positioning does. You have to make it simple at the same time complex. So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do
Are you
get it.
getting my
But
point?
my
Yeah,
question would now be, how do we then beat competition? Because if we are talking about 3 different products to achieve one goal, but meanwhile, there are competitions out there who only have one solving all this problem. What do you think about it?
Beautiful. Now, you know that skincare issue is not the same from person to person. Yeah. Someone can be having issues with dry skin, use a particular product that every other person is using and is working. And then the person uses it and is like, oh no, or she's like, oh no, this is not working for me. Yes, it has solved the problem of the dry skin, but I'm having rashes. Do you understand? It happens. So now, so what you want to do is not because you want to make more money. If you are selling those 3 for $300, for example, or $400 or $200 or $150, if you want to put it into one, you still sell it at $150. But what I'm trying to say is that as much as you want to make it simple, give it a little bit of, we're talking about competitive edge now. When people see, people will be like, okay, I think this is beginning to look like it will make sense. So if I mix this and this and this together and I rub it on my skin, people will want to try it. And when they try it and it works, you're in the market and you're already competing with your competitors.
That's good. I think I like that idea. Even though you're breaking it into 3, it still almost will come to the same price as one.
Yeah, exactly, the same price as one, but you're just giving it a little bit more, how do I put it now? A little bit more seriousness, more prestige, more, like, okay, this is how you have to use this product.
Let me give you an example, guys. Dye, if you know how dye works. In order for you to be able to achieve the liquid that you are going to be applying to the hair, and I'm sure Sophia will be able to speak to this, you need to mix about 3 products all together, all in one box. You probably will start with maybe a powder. Then there's a liquid that you're going to mix with it. And then there's something like a gel too. So they tell you that the powder and the liquid is what will make the hair change color. And then they will add like a wash. Maybe they call it conditioner or something in the same package. So you're getting 3 for the price of 1. And it's part of, so for instance, and there are different ways by which you can look at this. These dye folks are telling you that in this our one packet, you get all the things that you need. But meanwhile, there are some other dyes that you will only buy what will dye the hair, change the color, but you still have to go and buy your washer and the conditioner separately.
Yeah.
Someone is telling you that once you buy our box of dye, everything you need to make your hair good is in there. And
Yeah.
3 for the price of one for the price of 3. It's a
Yeah.
business market, Jimmy.
Yeah. So the only thing you now get from your customers is the kind of adverts that you push out. Your customers can start pushing out adverts like ours is convenient. All you need is just one pack. All right. So they start pushing out, you know, your competitors will start pushing out convenience. You know, you don't have to mix this and this and this. You know, they start saying things like it doesn't have to be that complex and all of that. And then you have to now find a way to counter with your own adverts. All right. So remember that in the video that you saw on Tuesday, he talked about thinking out of the box. So these are ways that you can think out of the box. All right. So this is how it is done. That is the box. Step out of the box and say, okay, I want to do it like this. All right. So for your product, you can actually do that. And trust me, it can work. It can work.
Can you show us the logo for Gold Rock? And let's calibrate on it, how it tells you what this business does. Without showing the name, just show the logo image and let anyone tell us what they do. Except for Ruth. Ruth should not talk here. And Ruth, just as a disclaimer, we are the ones managing the social media marketing for Gold Rock. And that's why we have all this information. But today, Tuji, go ahead and share that image and let them tell us what you think this business does and why you think they do this business.
Okay. Share screen. Can you see it?
Yes, we can.
So who can tell us tell us what this business does
and why?
Apart from the CEO, and why?
Looks like a tent business, like, or a circus type, because
I'm
of,
clapping
me.
for you already. I'm clapping for you already.
yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Yep. So
That is exactly what it is.
exactly. So Jennifer will now begin to appreciate what we said on Tuesday, that you need your company image or logo to almost tell people what exactly you are into.
Yeah,
And that way you are doing less work trying to convince people. You're doing less work trying to tell people what you do, because your image already says more than 50 to 60% of what it is that you say you're doing.
Exactly.
Now,
correct.
and yes, your image can include your name, which means that you have an image and then you have the name of whatever the business does there. And of course, it just says it. But when it comes to
just like FedEx.
Exactly. But when it comes to brand appreciation and what you are trying to achieve, without the name of the business, let people even have more than 50 to 60% idea of what this will look like. And I'm happy that Miriam said, sounds or looks like a tent or like a carnival. And then it begins to tweak you. Okay, if it's tent and carnival, what do they do there? That's how your mind will begin to process it. So these are some of the things that you can use your image to do. Like Tunji said, your brand is one thing. It's your cart. The horse is the social media that will drive it. But in order for the social media to make life easy for the social media to drive, you need to make sure that what is in your cart is sellable. What is in your cart is appreciation. There's brand appeal there, such that it will be easier for the cart which is the social media to drive it. And as you rightly said, if you put the social media in front of a wrong cart, the social media will still drive it, but it now depends on whether it's driving it to the gutter or it's driving it to where it's going to greater heights. So it's very key that you place yourself in the minds of people, or let people place you in their minds in such a way that they already resonate with what we do. And as I told you, every contact you make with a client, prospective or whatever, make it the best. And Tunji right to say, you can almost not get a second attempt or second option
chance.
or second what?
Second chance.
Second chance, exactly. Which means the day I come in call with your brand, let me be able to save the name of that business for the time that I'll need it. It means that I've positioned your business in some way that, okay, anytime I want to move, I just know that Hudson movers have been in my face and I'm just going to save it on my phone, period. So know that everyone that comes in contact with your business is a potential customer, but it doesn't mean that they need it at the time when they made that contact with you. But the impression you create at the first time is what will allow them to be able to place you somewhere in their minds whenever that time comes to order that business from you. Over to you, Tunji.
Okay, so is there any question that anybody would want to ask before I continue? Is there anything that you want me to go back to? Is there any question that you want me to answer? Is there anything that you want me to touch on? Anybody?
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
I want to know, how does this look? Can I take my camera
off? Do you want to put it on or off?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I put it on so you can see the t-shirt.
Oh, now you can put it on. Yes, go ahead. I can't see you yet though, but you can put it on.
Okay. Can you see?
Gotcha. Yes, we can see you now.
Okay. That's the workers with the back of their shirt. How they look. This is pretty much how my business card look. Not with the red, it's just because it's a blue shirt. Usually it's a black shirt. It depends on what they're doing, but I just happen to have a shirt, right here.
Okay.
The blue one, so. Okay. And then the front.
So the movers that I'm seeing there even speaks more of the business than the name itself.
Yeah, so eventually my plan, but I guess I was a little eager. My goal was, with this here, eventually that that people will get used to like we become like well known and people won't even, they won't recognize the H&M. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yes, I know.
But that was the plan in the future. I don't know if you can see where it says stress-free.
I can see very well.
Yep, we can see
that. Logo that I put on my like that's on here right now. That was actually a pure accident. I didn't know how to do it. So when you had told me about it, I was trying to put the, the other one that shows like how it normally, so people would know exactly what it is, but I couldn't figure it out. That's what usually people see, is the whole thing, the picture, like with the cards, stuff like that.
Okay.
There's the couch and two people moving and it says stress-free and Hudson moving, but the symbol. But the logo is kind of dear to me with the H and the M. It's like the M is moving. It's supposed to represent, and I don't know if you know, because he's from this area, his name Ron McAllister. He owns What's Happening magazine. Okay, he made that for me. He didn't have the LLC on there, but I added there because I was told that I had to put it everywhere, so I just put it everywhere. But like there's some places that it's not, that I haven't gotta put it, but I realized you told me that I don't have to do
Yep.
that.
You don't have
So-
to put the LLC.
Okay. So when I get some new ones made, I can just put, and you know what I showed you right there? What's on my camera?
Mhm.
Because I'm like technology challenged, but I still try anyway. What you see right there is like I took the H&M from the way that he, did it or whatever. And I went on Facebook, you know how you can screenshot?
Yep.
And I
Okay.
put Hudson Movers LLC under it.
Oh, got it. Got it.
I actually created the, stress-free and the couch and the two men on Vista Prints.
Got it.
And I
Got it.
got it and I use it. That's what I did.
That's good. That's good thinking. Yeah, as I said, we can use some rebranding, and there's nothing bad in rebranding your product. I like the concept and the idea around the H&M, which you say the M is moving. That's good. But of course, trust me, I know that we can do a lot more better than what we currently have. It's not changing the face of the business. It's not changing the product the service that you offer. It's just that we rebranded. And let me, Tunji, while we're going to answer Sophia's question, can you go to Gold Rock web Instagram page? Now, I want them to be able to tell where they were before we started, and let them see how we brought in about the rebrand into it. Sophia, go for it.
Okay, I should go to the old one.
The Gold Rock Instagram page.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll do that right away.
Sophia, you wanted to ask a question?
No. I could wait. I just put my hand down because I know you saw me. I didn't want to have it up, but I was just waiting.
Oh, no, not a problem.
I didn't really have a question. After, of course, Thursday we was together on the branding and repositioning or what have you. But what I learned today is I liked the hitting agendas in the logos. So I guess my little $200 I invested, but that was 6 years ago. So I didn't make the money out of logos. But what I learned today is because of Tunji, help me.
Tunji.
What's your name?
Tunji.
What I learned is the logo definitely says what I do, but I like the hidden agendas, the arrow, the apple bite, So now, depending on what God do with my money, I'm gonna hire Tunji. But with the blow dryer, I'll add a braid. Or when I come out with the hair care product, I know now to go in depth about, I love how that product line he made. It talks about the skin, the layers of the skin. Because if you scientific in that area, you already know what it do. Not to mention the color. So I am excited to change. What is it called? Rebrand, because I didn't know about hidden agendas. So now I'm about to be looking at everybody's logo like, oh, okay, that's what they do. No, I'm just laying. So I like that. So no, I just wanted to say that at first I've never thought to rebrand the logos, but mine do say what I do, but I like the hidden agendas in there. It doesn't have to be so broad, but you could have it inside of something. That was it. Just thinking about that. I don't know.
Yours is really nice, Sophia. I don't know if you should change that. I like yours.
I probably don't have to, but like instead of with the blow dryer, instead of just the plug, I'm gonna make it a braid. And then it could plug up at the end, because I know we do hair, but since it says D Divas braids, because I learned about these hidden things inside of logos, I'll add a braid to the what is it called? The cord. Instead of making it a cord, I'll add a braid and then it plug up. So now when I drop the hair care line, I gotta think deeper than how we gonna make this logo. It ain't gonna be my name. My little logo outside just say SD Hair Care Line. That one little picture needs to tell the company what I do. So I gotta think and dig here. Thanks, Miriam.
So did you get it?
Yes, I did that. I'm trying to log on to Instagram and it's
If you want me to, I can.
Okay, please, if you can.
Okay. And this will be the last of the conversation we're going to be having today. But if there's anyone who has a question that they want to ask, just
Okay, I would like to talk about HM, that's Hudson Movers.
sure, go ahead.
Okay, so now I like the fact that she said that the HM is dear to her. And truly, if I'm given the opportunity, we are given the opportunity in Isaac and Philip to rebrand HM, of course, I mean Hudson Movers, of course, we're going to maintain the HM, but do it differently. Now, when I saw the logo in the previous link, the video of the previous meeting you had, I knew immediately that the M was a moving M, or is a moving M rather. You know, it's like a motion trail, but not perfectly represented. Why did I say not perfectly represented? If you tell someone else outside this meeting to talk to say, okay, what do you think about this logo? What the person will say is him. Are you with me? So the person will say him, H-I-M. The person
Right, I
will
wouldn't know what it
Right.
is.
Some
Right.
people wouldn't even know what it is, but some people will say him, H-I-M. Probably they just broke the I, you know, into lines. All right.
Right.
Okay, so there are different ways to represent motion trail logos and all of that. See, the most important thing is that your logo must be able to communicate at first glance. Must be able to communicate at first glance. I want to show you a couple of logos that I've designed in the past. And as I'm showing you, I'll just be asking you, what do you see? Some of them are abstract and some are very, very straightforward. Okay, can we also see this?
Yep.
Okay, so what do we see? Yes, this is AM Studio, but what do we see?
Looks like a record.
Beautiful, that's it. That's it. I'll go to another one. What do we see?
Building.
I see buildings, right?
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, ATAD Premium Property Limited, building high rise. So your logo must be able to communicate immediately. This is Atinel. I'll need to tell you what Atinel does for you to understand this logo. Okay. This is a name logo, a text-based logo. All right. Atinel is a
It's not that one.
like an integrated tech company. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? So it's an integrated tech company, and that is why you have the A and the T linking into each other.
I see.
So yeah, so the
Okay.
A and the T linking into each other. So it's tech and one other service I can't remember, but A and the T linking into each other. It was integrated. You know, that's the whole essence of Atinel. And that's how I was able to come up with this. You know, I represented it in different colors. You know, but I think they chose this. Now let's go to what do you see here?
Auto trip.
Pen.
So
A pen.
It's straightforward.
I saw. Okay, a pen. That was what I saw. Now
Yeah.
I see Arthur's crib.
yeah,
It's
right.
a publishing company.
So Otto's crib. So the pen and then the arc, that's the crib. That's where they are. All right. So I made the authors cursive font, calligraphic, and then the crib straight font, so that there can be a distinction between the two names, and then it will be easy to read. So logos, as they can be at first glance can be complex and at the same time very easy to interpret. Here's another one. Butter Farms Quality Produce. All right. It's very straightforward. What you have up there, what you have around here, this part, that is actually the farm. That's the farm building up there.
Mhm.
All right. So this logo is in form of a badge. You know, I told you that there are different kinds of logos. Logos can come in form of badges, icons, text, mascots. All right. So this is in form of a badge for these butter farms. All right. For AutoScript is a text-based logo with an icon. Artinel is strictly a text-based logo, no icon, nothing. All right. Then we have Bucrest. What I did with Bucrest is to integrate the B and the C together. All right. So
Yeah, I
the B
noticed
and the
that
C,
before.
yeah, the B and the C are together, Bucrest. Beauty at its very peak. All right. So we can keep going on and on. This is Bure is a farm, The guy is into farming and all of that. So you can see the B and the R integrated into each other, and then the leaf or a plant growing out of the B.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately it just speaks about, you know, the business or the brand. This is Dahlia Designs. Dahlia is a particular kind of flower, you know, that blooms, you know, like a rose. And that's why you have this before Dahlia. That's the rose. It's a particular kind of rose flower. This is Dainty Oaks. You know, we can go on and on. This leaf symbol. That's the leaf of an oak tree. So Deviani, this is like an icon logo. So we have, you know, Deviani Energy and Marine. Now, the orange part is the energy, the blue part is the marine. You depict the colors to depict water is blue. When you talk about energy, you talk about colors like orange, yellow, red. When you talk about energy. So that's why you have that blue and the red around that horizon. Okay. So the blue part is the marine. The orange part is the energy, the sun and the sea. So your logo must be able to speak immediately. So I have a whole lot of them. I designed all of this. EON, Education Online. So the EON integrated into each other, the mouse pointer or the cursor, and then of course the graduation hat, talking about education online. So your logo should always communicate what you do, so that after using it for a while and then you take out the name, people will be able to say, oh, okay, that's education online. People will be able to say, oh, that's Hudson Movers when they see HM. But you have to use HM and Hudson Movers for a while until it becomes a household name, a household brand. When KFC started, KFC used to be Kentucky Fried Chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken. It used to be that long name. When they rebranded it to KFC with Colonel Sanders' silhouette by the side. At times you just see KFC without Colonel Sanders' silhouette by the side. You just see KFC, and then you just know, because there's a particular kind of font they use. You know, I mentioned fonts in you know, when I was talking about branding. You know, your logo, the font, the colors, the slogan. All right. Now, there's a telecom company in Nigeria. There are some telecom companies in Nigeria. MTN, for example, is a telecom company, and their slogan is everywhere you go. And what they're trying to say is everywhere you go in Nigeria, you always find MTN network to use, whether you're in the city or you're in the village. All right. There's another one called Airtel. Airtel calls themselves, their slogan is the smartphone network. All right. So your tagline also really, really matters. This is Ferry House. looking at it, you can already see that, okay, there's a ferry there somewhere on the F. That's the feathers of the ferry on the F.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? So your brand has to communicate immediately, or first glance, or maybe at a second look at most, and then people can get whatever you're trying to say. Food outlet, look at this. It's an apple. I tilted the apple a bit, the leaf on the top of the apple sitting on top of the O, and then food outlet. All right.
Yep.
Look at this, good smiling foundation. What you have in that box is a smiley, a smiley emoticon. Okay, this is my own logo, Green Knight Solutions. Here I can spend a little time to just explain the rationale of the logo because it is my own logo. All right. So what you see here is the head of a horse. Now, when anybody is knighted,
Yeah.
the things that are synonymous to a knight are things like the shield, the shield, the what's it called now? The mask, the attire itself, the horse, the spear, the flag. Those are the things you see when you see a knight in his full regalia. All right. Now, I sat down and I chose the name Green Knight because green is actually my favorite color. And I said, okay. And then, of course, black being my second favorite color. And I said, okay, how am I going to represent this into a logo? And I said, okay, let me look at a knight. What are the things that, are synonymous to a knight? And I said, okay, we have the shield, we have the sword, we have the spear, we have the flag, we have the horse. And I chose the horse. Why did I choose the horse? The horse is a very strong animal that conveys people, goods, different things. Very strong, very fast, very reliable, very loyal, very dependable. So I chose the horse. And I said, okay, I can't use the full horse. So I chose the head of the horse, all right, to be part of my logo. And I chose the flag. And that is what is cutting into this place around the arc. All right, that's the flag that is usually on the spear of a knight. So now the rationale behind this logo is that whenever you're doing business with Green Knight, 4 things are a guarantee. Number 1, turnaround time. We work with speed. The horse is a very fast animal. Turnaround time. Number 2, we are reliable. We are dependable. Okay. Number 3, we are strong. We know exactly what we are doing. We know how to achieve what it is we want to achieve. And then the flag tells you that we know what we do and we can brag about it. We can raise a flag for it. That's the rationale behind what you're seeing here. So the head of the horse, the flag, and of course the colors, the font. Now, there's something I want to mention here. For Hudson Movers, what you wrote under Hudson Movers LLC, your fonts are bold, but not readable. The only reason why we can read it now is because it is closed. If you use this font on bigger advert media, like maybe billboard or something, it will be difficult to read from a distance. Do you know why? It is bold, yes, but it is close to each other. It is modeled up. All right. But if you look at Green Knight is not as bold as Hudson Movers, but it is easy to read because the fonts are not as thick and there are spaces in between to make readability easy.
That's the handiwork of Jennifer. She made that herself.
Yeah. And I applaud her for making that, but I'm just, now I'm pointing it out to her that, when a brand person sees it, a brand person would easily fault it and say, no. Someone with bad eyesight will not be able to read that at a glance. So you must be able to catch people's attention immediately. So, and if you notice, every logo that I've done, every font that I've used are easy to read. Can you see? Very easy to read all the way. Look at this, Heritage Child Care Services. All the way. Sorry you can't see this because I didn't give it a white background. All the way. See, look at this leadership tour. Leadership tour. So what you see there is the wheel of a boat. All right. That's the wheel of a boat. So what this organization does is that they go about teaching about leadership to people. So they go from place to place. So that is what the organization is about. It's a non-profit organization. So they tour from schools, from primary schools to colleges to high schools and all of that, to talk about leadership at the early stage. So they tour from place to place. And that was how I was able to come up with this logo. This is for a bakery, Mandrake's Olivia's Bake. Of course, the leaves on the opposite side of the logo is, of course, that's the leaf of what's this plant now
Wheat.
that we get flour from. Wheat.
Wheat.
Yeah, that's it. And then, of course, you see the crust, the bread crust, and then, of course, the steam moving up from the crust. Manibal's Children's Place, Medfront Pharmacy, Might As Well Confectionaries. I had a struggle with the owner of this logo in terms of colors. I told the owner that your colors do not contrast enough. But she said, no, my colors are pink and this turquoise blue. I said, okay, fine. I'll try and come up with, I'll try and make it as good as I can, but your colors don't contrast well, but it is beautiful. I designed this for a football team. This is a badge logo. All right. Multi-plan consultants. This is a construction company. Parakelio Disability Center. All right. If you check the hand in that circle, the symbol on it is someone sitting on a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So I can keep showing you on and on and on and on, Rappos, Renegade Commerce, the R and the C into each other. Revia says she likes the animal eagle and she doesn't want us to use the real picture of an eagle. So I had to take a cue from CNBC. If you remember, CNBC is a peacock and it's the front view. So I took a cue from CNBC to design this logo. And this is an eagle about to land. When an eagle is about to land, it goes like face down,
Yeah,
the beak pointing downwards, so an eagle about to land. So I think Revia is a Greek or a Hebrew word, I can't remember, but that's how I was able to come up with this. And when she saw it, she was like, bingo, gold and purple, royalty, that's what I want. So we can go on and on and on and on.
All right.
So is there any other question? Was I able to do justice to...
So I'm sorry. So what you're saying? Can you hear me?
Video?
Go ahead, Marian.
Okay. So what you're saying is like logos or the names that we've chosen for our companies, you'll tweak them to make them make more sense and to look better.
Exactly.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
Do you have any question about positioning or anything, social media, website?
I'm sure they can't know everything all today, but
all together today. So
but thank you, Tunji. I don't want us to go beyond 2 hours. I initially thought it was going to be 1 hour, 30 minutes, but I found it very particularly interesting that we went through all of this today, and I hope that everyone has had a fantastic time with us. So we will be wrapping up just about now, and of course, if anyone would like to set up a one-on-one with Tunji just to be able to speak through your branding and all of that, or website design, Yes, we can set up about 30 to 45 minutes with you where you can talk through it. And of course, if you're ready to go through any of it, design your label, design your website, design your logo, business card, and all of that, we are able to help you do all of that. But I want to thank you, Tunji, for specifically taking time to go through this with us today.
My pleasure, sir.
Truly
Absolutely.
appreciate you. We will be
Thank
wrapping up. We'll be wrapping up right about now. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. If anyone wants to set a one-on-one, feel free to reach out to me. Our next session will be announced soon, just so that everyone is aware.
Amazon.
Other than that, nice to speak with you all and see you all today. Go ahead and enjoy the lovely weather. And
Thank you all so much.
all right. Take care, everyone. Have a good one.
Thank you, Tunji.
Thank you very much for your
Take
time.
care.
Thank you.
Thank
Funcho, great training.
Not a problem. Have a good one.
Come over here.
Bye-bye, lady.